Okay, I'm going to go for the same format. We're playing 3 tables, 1,000 hands today. I'm going to go straight into it. RNG on my 4th bottom right corner, and my range is on my other monitor. And we're in. So played some yesterday, didn't make a video because I was playing with my friend, and ran significantly below EV. Had a very tough to take spot, which left me 25 buy-ins below EV so far, which is definitely annoying. I'm not sure how. I've said before, I'm not sure how unlucky that is, but I have a feeling it's on the 6 side. 10-9 off is close against this position, but I think it's just going to be a fold. Yeah. Ace-5, hand of death. So we will be 4-betting if we get 3-bet. Not against this guy, because his 3-bet percentage is 2. And we're going to start with a half pot here. Open up the 3s. Ace-4 suited, we're going to 3-bet. We do get a fold, which is a good result. Checking back the 3s and giving up is absolutely fine. And that's why we don't raise 3s before that position in the cutoff. We don't raise hijack. I don't believe we raise hijack. I will double check. Sometimes we do, but we always do in the cutoff. Just quick pink on this guy and move along. Open up the 8s and the ace-jack and the ace-9. Get some labels in. I think I missed one. Flop top set. We're going to start small. This guy's not got very much in front of him. We're going to hope he just goes all in. Sometimes they do. This guy does not. And giving up the ace-jack against 2 other players. Considering doing a video on some hands I've been playing against one particular opponent, which were really something, I think it would be quite funny to do, so I might do it. It's a very interesting dynamic, so checking the 10s and calling a bet. Checking most turns as well if he checks behind. Checking all turns that I check call on the flop. Checking this turn. And checking this river and going for a check raise. So in terms of value, lots of 2 pairs he can have. Obviously, if he has like 8-jack, that's going to be unfortunate, but we definitely beat a lot of stuff here. Protects our checking range by including this as a check raise as well. I don't want to have any leads here, so this guy's going to pay me off, I assume, with like ace-7 or ace-9. Okay, well that's just very, very loose. The value bet I like, I guess. The turn was obviously a bluff, right? But the river value bet is okay. I can have some aces that I'm gonna have, and also maybe some, like, you know, jacks through kings that I might take that line with. So I think he's probably slightly light there, but not the end of the world. I like going for value myself, so can't really complain about that. And the river call is very poor. Maybe not so much against me specifically, but against the pool, that's going to lose. Gonna fold this turn and see what happens. I don't beat anything that this guy's betting twice, I imagine. Okay. Bit light on the fold. but I think it's okay. This is an interesting spot. We can go for the check raise here. Top left, I mean. Get a huge dwell and a check. He's going to call with some ace high, so we're going to need to go bet. When he does call, we still need to bet river. So, but we certainly want to bet with jack high. We have a little bit of equity, so that's fine. 10-8 is a fold. Opening up the ace jack, calling a 3-bet, and on this board we're going to continue a lot for a small size. We're going to want to continue with like queen 10, queen jack, jack 10, as well as obviously our good hands. So starting small seems very good. We're going to bet with most of our range here. I think checking the turn and then betting the river is better, and also obviously just check calling the turn. Pick up some bluffs from him. Also, there are some things that we lose to. And this is a check call on the river. Yeah, that's exactly how we want that hand to go. Obviously, when we bet the turn, we get him to fold all that stuff. And only really continue with stuff that we're going to struggle to get value from on the river anyway. So, going to isolate this guy after he limps. And checking back the ace high. Betting this turn for value, and obviously we have some good equity as well. Checking behind this 9-8, very clear. We're going to have to call once on this turn, but not particularly enjoy it very much. And I hopefully see quite a few checks on this river from him, I think. Yeah, and we're going to take our showdown. Very nice. I don't like his turn bet, but obviously he's a weaker player, so going to call the 7-8, getting these great odds. Interesting spot here. This I don't like. Most people, I'm just going to 4-bet here. This particular guy I'm actually going to fold against. It seems very nitty, but playing out of position, I've got a 4-bet or fold. And I just think this is better. This just plays better as a fold. I'm not going to be in very good situations very often here. That's very nitty, but like, I could probably go for a 4-bet there quite often, but I think it's very close. I think it's very close. 3-betting this ace king. The one thing I don't want to do is call. I know that much. Flopping quite well here. I don't mind checking this flop. That's a very bad turn. That's the only real turn that we really didn't want to see. Now we are going to check this turn as well. Checking back our ace king high and seeing a very good turn. And now on this river we're just going to call and then value bet if check 2. Going for value on this river, hopefully not losing to ace queen. We do not, which is joyous. Ace 10, yeah, all that stuff. I could think about going bigger, but I think it's fine. Our sizing is quite high, quite large anyway. This we are going to 3-bet. Make it slightly larger. Slightly concerned about Mr. Green calling in position. For those reasons, I might prefer to just go ahead and just call here, sorry. We're going to start with a very small bet. We're going to want to bet small here with all our very good hands. He's going to struggle quite a lot to play against that sizing. In this position again, but this time we're against a guy that's 3-bets a lot, so we are going to go for the 4 town. Flatting the 7s and checking our 10. Getting jammed on. Oh dear. It's all going horribly wrong. Checking back the 7s. Yeah, so we did get a fold out of this guy. I think he just seems like a lot looser than most. And then this I'm just going to fold now. His range is just exceptionally strong. This I'm going to fold as well, unfortunately. Calling the turn with the 7s. And checking back. Yeah, very unfortunate spot with the ace-king. And also with the jack-10. I think what happened, what I was concerned about happening is exactly what happened. Someone on the weaker side. Sorry, let me just check this one. Someone on the weaker side calling in position and then just like never folding because they don't understand ranges as well. That was what I was concerned about, and that's what ended up happening. This is going to be a give up. Way too much of that going on in their ranges. Nowhere near enough of it going on in mine. Defending the 4s. Check folding. Opening the king 9 suited. Really looking forward to getting a hand with this guy in the big blind. 3-betting the jacks. Check on the king 9. I think folding 3-way. Checking back the jacks. Gonna check again to induce a value, well, to induce a bluff from this guy. Calling all rivers. Value betting the river myself. Go half pot, he's not gonna have many good hands here. Just labeling where possible. Folding that and defending my king 8. Folding the queen 6. Checking back this king and betting the turn if check 2. Calling this bet and value betting when check 2 on the river, or calling a bet. Good result there. Just call with 10s. I don't think we're going to get much doing any other line there. I like the line a lot. Folding to any action with 4s here, apart from if it folds to us. And folding to that. And ace jack is going to be a give up. Ace 9's a fold. So we're only really betting when we have some form of discernible equity that isn't just plain overcards. We also want to see some backdoors in there. Defending my 10-9. Not my jack deuce. Versus this 3-bet from the cutoff. Sometimes we're going to do all sorts here. I think we're going to we just rolled a call, so we're going to start with that. So this was it's actually raise, call, or fold according to my chart. We could raise here, but do we really want to have many raises here? Or do we want to raise queens, jacks? Not really. Don't have 3s, so it's going to be very hard for us to have a raising range on this river. So we call. And now we're going to have a raising range. In fact, we're going for the lot. If he bets, we're going to be jamming. And we have a very clear bluff. Not really sure what his range entails, but I'd expect to see a bet from a queen most of the time. So I think he's going to struggle with a jack here, should he have one. And obviously some like high cards are all going to fold. And he jams, so I assume he had, you know, queens or jacks pretty much exclusively. They decided to check back on the turn, which I don't love, but, you know, is what it is. We could not do anything else with our hand there. As played. Gonna c-bet this flop with the backdoor. And gut shot and 2 overs. Defend our queen 5. And fold it. Yeah, so he's representing queens or jacks. I suppose I don't mind checking back the top part of your range there, but after I call the flop bet, and also some like extra draws came on there, I'm definitely going to be betting with the top part of my range. Just going to go ahead and pitch this king queen to that bet. So we made a good start, and since then I've had some interesting, actually very interesting spots, which we have not come out on top of, which is fine. The 5s we're sometimes going to call, sometimes going to fold, and we're going to fold to that, obviously. And this is an easy defend with the king 9. Flop middle pair. Going to get dicey on a lot of situations here. We will not be folding a flop against Love Pumper. He pumps some love, 4.9, and we call. See a jack, pretty good card for us. He bets again. If he doesn't have a jack, I'd expect him to check this river a lot. I'm going to be calling here with all my jacks as well. Very good river, or very bad river, actually. Because if he has an overpair, he's just going to be betting here, and I'm going to be in a really difficult situation. It's obviously less likely now that I have a jack, and I think I'm just going to take my showdown here. And nice result. I don't think we're going to get value from a worse pair. I don't see how he can possibly have a worse pair anyway, because he 3-bet pre. So he has ace high, which he's probably not going to call with, and then, I mean, we could value bet here, but I just think he might consider checking 10s here to induce and stuff like that. Very close spot. I maybe missed some value there, but I'm specifically looking to get called by ace high, and I think that's quite optimistic. When you think about what range of hands he has to call me with, I think I'm just going to end up getting folds from everything that isn't, like, beating me. Especially after I call twice, you know. But I am going to want to bluff there with some other hands, so it might be close. I don't think it's going to be a significant mistake, though, to check there. Defend the jack 3 against that size, and pitch to a bet and check behind. We do get 3-bet with our 8s, and I think this is just a pure call. Let me just check. This is 3-bet. No, it's sometimes a call. So half the time we're going to call here, and this time we won't. Jack high may be good. Splits the pot. This will be a 4-bet. Should we get 3-bet? Ace 5. Just a very solid hand to balance your range out with. Against a pink, A7 off, normally wouldn't be in, but against the pink I am going to defend. Everyone that's pink has fully deserved it, so I don't remember why he's pink, but we can safely assume that he is not very good. Good river. He might decide to bluff that, so we're going to go for a check call. I think we probably just got him to check back with like king high or something, yeah, so we like the check there. He can represent that ace quite handily. like checking he's going to have a lot of ace highs. So even when we bet, we might get called by better, you know. So much better to check. We will not be folding to this guy's all in, I don't think. Quarter of the way through. Defending the king jack. Check folding. Defending the queen 10. Check folding. Oh, sorry, just folding. No backdoor, no nothing there. No backdoor, no nothing here. It's such a small pot. There's just no need to bluff. And now we're going to value bet. And he does fold. That's good. Checking back with our ace 10. And going for some value on the turn. So he's telling me he checked a queen twice. Not going to have many better hands than this, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think he would check a queen twice. I'm really not going to have many better hands than that. All my strong queens are going to bet the flop. All my sets are going to bet the flop. All my overpairs are going to bet the flop. Yeah, I think this is just a clear call. I don't expect him to be bluffing very often, usually with that kind of, but it just doesn't make any sense. Why would you not bet the turn with the queen? It just seemed to me significantly missing value. So yeah, easy call. If he bets turn and river, we can probably fold. This 8-9 is a fold, and this is a check back with ace 10. Good showdown value. Going to defend the ace 9. Check calling. Checking again and value betting this river. I'm going to go small. He's not shown any interest whatsoever. I think against this size and against this stack size, we're just going to pitch. Going for half pot value on this river. And getting a fold, which we enjoy. Oh, well, obviously we'd prefer to call, but, you know, does not matter too much. This will be a pure call. Very easy call. Versus this 3-bet cutoff. I like to call here, but sometimes I'm going to raise, I guess. But not this time. I'm only going to raise like 20% of the time here. And a check fold. Couple of ace queens to 3-bet. Going to go for the squeeze. And a 3-bet. Going to get loads of folds from this guy now. He really should not be calling this with anything that he called pre-flop with. Which is obviously why this bet is really good. Get called, going for the check. And we're going to have so many better hands than this that have backdoors, that have overpairs, that have sets we're going to have here as well. 9s we have, 8s we sometimes have. So we are happy to just give that up. Going for the 3-bet with the 10s. Opening up the ace 10. Folding to any more action with these 10s versus this pool. This guy could be thinking about what sizing to use for 4-bet and then just jamming. That's a lot of people just don't understand how to size, so they just jam. And against those players, you want to be careful with your own sizing. King 9, we're going to fold. Jack 9, we defended, and we're going to check. And then we would have probably got involved on any card that gave us equity. Now we do not, so opening this up. We have some backdoors. We are going to start with a bet. He calls. Going to bet again. He calls. Going to bet again. I think we would have heard from him. Well, we're going to go for all of it, I think. Am I going to go for all of it? No, we're not going to go for all of it. We're going to go for a little under half. To try and get value from a small club. Ace King, we 3-bet. We got called. See a very, very poor board for our hand. Gonna have loads of better stuff than this against this ridiculous bet size. We're just obviously just gonna float. Hope to see an ace or a king. Now we're gonna give up to any size. King 10. Yeah, unfortunate. Don't seem to be flopping many aces and kings today against the pot, so we're just gonna have to fold again. Very unfortunate, very frustrating, but that is how it is. Quay, opening it up on the cutoff. Oh, now something interesting could develop here. I hope this guy doesn't 3-bet me. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's because of someone else that's in the hand. Ah, damn it. Starting with a bet. I could actually bet smaller here. Prefer that. Folding this out of position. Betting again with the ace queen. On that dry board, we don't really want to have any overbets. Can't punish draws, and we can't have draws ourselves that want to balance that. So, well, we can't have as many draws, considering how many ace queens, X stuff we have, 2 pairs and whatever. Quite a few pinks in the pool today. We're looking to maybe get some spots against them. Approaching a third of the way through. I have some backdoors here. I'd expect him to bet quite often here, I suppose. I'm going to go for a check for that reason. And I'm going to bet this turn. Not going to win very often when I don't. Going to bet river as well. He's just going to have not many kings and tens when he checks twice. Good value bet spot, bottom left, after I check twice. Good run out. Calling with the 7-6. Flopping a gut shot on a backdoor spade draw. If he bets large, we're going to have to fold. Half pot we can certainly defend against. Don't want to raise here, because we don't really want to have a check raising range here. If we had a set, we'd want to check, we'd want to just call. So our value hands are not really well balanced with bluffs here. And against this, we're now going to be going the distance. We could just call, but with the fold equity, we don't really want to call and then miss. It's just really rubbish. So in he goes. He does call with kings, and we're looking to improve, which we don't because we're me. Calling a flop bet. Calling turn and then calling river here. Horrible run out. But what can you do? Well, not a horrible run out because he shouldn't really have that many of those hands, I suppose. He's going to get pinged for future ref. So it might be worth looking at this hand again, actually. I don't know. I think once we get to this turn and we see that particular turn, we have a 4, an 8, and a spade, and potentially have some fold equity. I don't see how it can possibly be wrong to do what we did. Obviously, we don't bink because, well, if you're new here, then you know that we don't ever. You don't know that we don't ever, but we don't. We run very bad at the moment. We hope for it to improve one day. We're not banking on it though. We just get smoothed on the river there with the nuts. Well, effectively the nuts. Obviously, it's a sort of like a meme that I run. Bad. If I seriously thought I would never win those spots, then I would obviously not play. But yeah, it has been quite sick recently. Well, actually, not even recently, just like the last 100,000 hands. have been very sick. Yeah, 25 binds below EV in the last 100,000. And all like spots like that, or like flips on the flop where in like 6 spots where you're supposed to win like half of them or whatever. I've been winning like 20% of them. Another 7-6 suited. Pretty clear bet here for a small size. Got some backdoors. Got some fold equity. Opening up the king jack and the 8s. I'm gonna start with a small bet. Pure calling the 8s. Flopping the world. Folding to this check raise. So we do have the nuts here, and we are going to have some check raises. We want to start building this pot. We don't want to go too big. We want to get some calls from ace high and stuff, so we're going to go for just over half. He is going to call with ace high. He has to, I think. And this river. He's going to check behind a lot of ace highs, but then again, he's going to want to maybe call with some of them. So I do think we need to bet. He obviously doesn't have a 3. But we can't go too large, right? Because he just doesn't have many good hands after he checks the flop. And no overpairs, obviously. No 3s. He didn't check. He didn't raise the turn. He might have had ace 3. He doesn't have that, obviously, because he didn't raise the turn. Bottom left, we're going for value and winning. Hoping to get called by ace high here. Maybe my bet size doesn't look very bluffy, but I don't know. If we're ever going to get called there. Not the best run out to get paid on. After he checks the flop, that is. Don't think he's checking the flop with 9s plus. Some of the time I want to raise here, probably 30%, so not today. Checking back the king queen. Flowing the turn to a regular size. Not to that size. Of it. That's kind of regular sizing, but I don't think I need to call there. Kings. Bottom left. Get some folds. Big blind could be interested. We'd rather see a 3-bet, obviously. But we'll take the call and top set. Going for a very small bet. And obviously never getting called because the whole deck's in our hand. But we do have to bet, I think. Against a green player. Very windy today. Ace king. Haven't been kind to us today, ace king. Again. He's check back? Yeah. We're going to represent this card all the time, so. Bang. Ace king. Ugh. Here's the thing. I don't have a small blind calling range. Normally. But this sizing from under the gun, I have a very bad feeling that he's just going to punt in with like. I'd prefer to see the flop, basically, and then get away from it when this happens. I'm probably wrong, but I've seen a lot of people do what this guy's done. I think this probably has ace king as well. Wow. Okay, so I'm just bad and I should have 3-bet him. Yeah, it's just, okay, let's just pink him for future reference. And we'll just say that that's not very good and we'll not do that again. I think I just expect it. I don't know why he would open 5. I've seen a lot of people open for that kind of sizing from under the gun and just then have it. So, I don't know, I'm probably reading into tendencies too much from other people. Should just go with the normal 3-bet range. I think this is going to be good enough to bet for probably 3 streets against a small blind. Lots of 10x going on. Ace king. Damn, pink folded. Hope to get a button raise. I'm going to give him the squizness. The business. To 11. Greta Thunberg in the big blind. Thinking about it. She will be getting taken to the streets if she goes for it. And we win our Cartex, which is super plus EV. We win the $1. Let's go. Getting 3-bet. Yeah, we're a bit deeper. Mind a call here, but he has gone slightly bigger to accommodate for that. So I think we're just going to pitch, but let me check. No, we are going to call sometimes here. Let's say we're going to call top 30%. Yeah, we'll fold. I'm thinking I didn't really talk about that Queen's hand, but I mean, there really isn't much to say. If we're folding there, then we're just getting bent over. So it's just a very easy call down against that guy's line. I mean, is he really going to pot the flop with like an 8, you know? Just no way. If he does, fair play to him, but we're just not folding. With the backdoor, we're going to start with a bet. Lots of turns that we can barrel on. A jack, an ace, a club, a king, a queen. So we want to build the pot again for those turns. Start with a small bit here with our gutter ball and overcard. 2 overcards. We're probably good here on a deuce 5 and ace, as I thought. We could also be already good. And we are. Well, obviously we're going to be good quite a large proportion of the time against his calling range on that flop. Ace queen. Open that one up. And the 5s also getting opened. The 5-8. We're going to fold. Decent flops all around. Start very. In fact, we're even going to go even smaller. You know, 1 big against this guy. And continue with our 5s. And now we're going to size for the river. So let's just go for 3.8. And all of it to go on the river. And we get a favourable run out. Nice. Calling the turn. Rivering a boat. And we get bet into, and we're going to go for... He's going to have an ace quite a lot here, so I think a large raise size is good. Thinking he's going to get like blown off a chop or whatever, so we're going to do that. And we do get paid by an ace, I assume. Oh, a 6. Very sick. Yeah, because he's going to have stuff like that when he leads. We can go really large with our raise. Ace and 6. We're going to have to probably call. Our line looks a little bit like... I mean, we're not going to raise an ace, but he might not know that, which is obviously why he called so quickly. Pitch this one. The king queen. We're going to want to squeeze here sometimes. Let's see. Let's do it sometimes. Let's do it 20% of the time. And call the rest. We make it to the turn. Now the river, we want to fold out some ace highs. Now we block a few ace highs, but we're going to go for it. And we do win. I just don't want to check that down when I think we're going to get some interesting going on here. We don't like having a cold call range, so we want a 4-bet or fold. I think that folding is probably better against the stack size. He's representing a very strong range, obviously 3-betting an undergun. He is not a very good player, obviously, but at the same time, he still has to have a decently strong range, I think. And if we 4-bet, we're just going to get shoved onto and then probably not have much equity when we call quite often. Now, we have 6 high, and that's not going to win. So I don't mind taking some of the hands at the very, very bottom of our range and just bluffing with them. Eight of diamonds, I just can't be bothered. Gonna have better hands there, for sure. Half the way through now, over half the way through. Calling, I think we have to fold here. I'm just gonna check, bear with me 2 seconds. Yeah, we do have to fold, but that's okay. We're just gonna end up getting bet into and have to fold a lot of flops. And if we don't fold, it's not always a happy continuing. Gutter ball. No, thank you. AJ. Half the time we're gonna 3-bet this. Half the time we're gonna call. Do have the ace of clubs, but when this guy bets this flop, I do think we have to float. We are gonna float. Bets the turn. Interesting. Interesting. Having the ace of clubs is not that good because we want him to have that if we're going to raise. Huh. Very tough spot. Do I want to raise here or not? I don't think so. We might raise this river if he bets. Maybe could have raised that turn, but when people bet small, they generally quite fold heavy when I raise them. So I don't really want to just get rid of him that easily when he's going to call a lot of rivers that I don't decide to raise a turn. When I don't decide to raise a turn, pitching the 9s to that action. We have a pinky here who is playing a 0% 3-bet with a 5% pre-flop raise. We're going to bet with our backdoor, straight draw, and overcard. Still a very good chance to have the best hand here. And against this guy, I do think I'm going to call. And check behind. Yeah, I mean, wow. He certainly deserves that tag. Now we're going to have some raises here. We're going to have a set of 7s and deuces. Top left. The problem is, if we raise all of our flush draws, which we have a lot of, because obviously we're in the big blind defending, then we're going to be way too light, because we don't have that much value. Like we have Jack 7 and sets. So we don't want to raise all of our flush draws. We might want to raise ones that have gut shots in them, and then just exclude the ones that are just bare flush draws. And now with 5 high, we're in a spot where it's very simple. We're not going to win if we check. We might win if we bet. So we're going to go for the bet. The days are gone where I check down 5 high when the opponent's not showing a lot of strength. God, this could be large. Against a green and against a 14%er, we're pretty happy about this. Against a lot of people in this stake, we might not be. So he doesn't really have 8s, I would have thought, but he has a large. His 3-bet percentage over. It's only over not many hands, right? So he's gonna have a lot of stuff he wants to continue with here. One of them being jacks, but we obviously call. I have no fucking idea what he's doing. This is the kind of spot I lose in. Not today. Not today. Mr. Pink, you've been upgraded from green to pink because your play is shit. And you're shit. Oops. Yeah, so, I mean, his play... It's hard to say... How do I phrase this? We'll first of all do a layman's terms evaluation of his play. I would say it's bordering on offensive. How bad this play is. Maybe one of the worst things that you could possibly do. I mean, yeah, the worst thing you could have possibly done with his hand there. And yeah, just atrocious, genuinely atrocious. And here's why. I'm just going to play the hands around. I'm going to just call with this hand here because I just called pre. I'm going to bet this turn for value. Bluff with like the bear, jack of diamonds sometimes. Yeah, this river, I think we can check back. I don't really know if we're going to get called by worse. No, you know what? We're going for value. Fuck it. Don't raise me. We do block the ace of diamonds, which is very good. We could be getting some value here, boys. We are. Oh, we love it. We love to see it. I'll have a look what he had after. Okay, so basically, right. Okay, let's think about this a little bit. Krusty the Clown, Ace Malloy. Let's talk about you. We open the button. We get 3-bet. Absolutely fine from our opponent. No problem. We 4-bet. Don't mind either of his options here. Don't like a fold, obviously. Especially not with his image. Well, his perceived image, I suppose. He doesn't, maybe probably not aware of it, but if he's playing a lot of hands, this is going to be one of the best hands he has. Right. He goes to the call. I don't hate it. Flop is 8, Jack 3. Now, as you've seen me do a lot today, it's fine to just try and get those ace highs to showdown, ace king high. When we bet and we get called, we're in a really tough spot. So this situation here is very, very easy for him. In fact, it's just a check and it's a fold. Now, when I bet half the pot, obviously I'm betting half the pot. Okay, I bet half. I'm going to check out my king high. Hope it's good. I'm betting half the pot. Actually, we're going to just look at this hand quickly because it looks like we may be in a situation here. I'm already thinking about going the distance and not particularly enjoying it. He's going to have 10s, jacks, and 9s a lot. We're going to start slightly bigger than normal because we are deeper. And we want to build some pressure. Turn the king. Now, because of how deep we are, I know this seems like a very good value betting spot, but I don't know if we're going to get too many calls from pairs worse than a king here. I'm going to check and protect myself against 9s and also induce some bluffs from my opponent. Now, depending on his bet size, we might just want to call if he does bet. I don't think he'll check a set. So if he checks a set, we're going to be going for a bet against that range. No, he checks. I don't think he's going to check a set. So I obviously think we have the nuts here. Now, we need a sizing. We need a sizing that does well against his. Okay, fucking hell, it's all kicking off now. We're gonna go for just over half to get value from one pair hands. Just calling with the ace king against this raise. Very good turn. He's really not going to have many eights. Starting with a bet with the ace deuce, hoping for folds with the backdoor and an overcard. Get raised and easy fold. Checking this turn. He really shouldn't be bluffing very often, but now he doesn't have as many sets. Obviously, he still has sevens, but oh my days. We'll deal with that in a second. We're going for the lot on this river. Quads. What do we do with quads here? Do you bet? Do you want to bet? Yeah, I think we want to bet. Then we're going to check to induce this river. I don't think we want to jam here. Easy call. Fucking disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. That's not even going to show up my EV. Thank fuck, because I can handle it actually going any lower. Okay, let's just think about one thing for a second here. How bad is this guy's play on the flop? How fucking bad is this guy's play on the flop? Let's just think about how terrible it is for a second. You're definitely getting this. Why on earth would you want to raise in position? Oh my days. Why on earth would you want to raise in position with this hand on the flop? It really does baffle me. You're not getting called by anything, you know, it's not for value. If they fold, you had the best hand. Unless they had specifically jacks through kings that they decided to lead the flop with. So really, why would you ever raise this flop? Checking the turn is fine, obviously, and then betting the river is fine. The reason we check the river is because we want him to bluff when he has spades, which we unblock. Wow, just incredibly bad. And he ends up building himself a really big pot to bink a river on against us, which is just very unfortunate. We win that pot. We're doing very well today. Obviously, we're doing quite well actually anyway, but this pot is just one of those things that is just very frustrating, and there's nothing you can really do about it. We're going to defend the 7-9. Yeah, I think our play is completely and totally fine. The check on the river is optional, but I do think that we're going to get more value there by checking against hands, especially when he's this bad. I do think we need to give him some rope. Calling here. Interesting turn, because we've turned a double draw, well, a flush draw and a straight draw. But the thing is, following the ace, following the fives. The thing is, if we could be dead, quite conceivably, not very often, but we can be dead. So we certainly don't want to bet. Well, obviously, don't bet. We're first to act. But do we really want to call a large bet? Probably not. Probably not. I think against this sizing I want to call, but I definitely don't love it. I know we made our hand, but okay, great. If he had jammed there, I really don't know if we would have been calling. Yeah, ace queen. And obviously him having ace queen and like ace jack and ace king on the turn is a lot of the reason why we're able to call profitably there, but that argument could be made for leading the river. But how many backdoored flushes am I going to have? I don't know about that. Fort Town over here. It's Fort Town. We could call in position. Let me have a look. RF5 is 3-bet. Cut off is 1. So ace king off with maybe just go half the time. I'm just gonna call. Don't know what's going on over here. We could have the best hand. We probably don't. Yada yada. Okay, so obviously when we do have the best hand. Obviously when we call pre and we see this flop, we're not going anywhere ever. Calling is going to be my preferred play. Jacks, aces. He doesn't have sixes, so we lose to 2 hands, and then we chop with another. Great river. Obviously we block aces as well. If he has jacks, then it's just disgusting. Ace 3. Okay. This is very important, very important, very important we do this. Ready? Label. Pink. It really does. There's so much to talk about in so many of these hands. It really does surprise me how bad some people are, and I'm not able to consistently. Well, I know it's because my EV is really low, but not being able to consistently beat this stake is like one of the most infuriating things I've ever experienced. Because how the fuck does this guy ever think that he can get 3 streaks of value with ace 3 here after I call the first 2? Absolutely beyond me. I mean, this is just a very clear check for him on the flop and probably the turn. Let's concentrate on this hand here. Going for another bet. Hoping for some folds, or some queens, or some kings, or some spades. We'd like to not get jammed on. And obviously we're going to be doing this with our overpairs as well. This is one of those side folds. I think it's fine. I'll play, but yeah, I don't mind it. We're obviously folding. I'm just looking at it, thinking if I could have played it any differently. We have an interesting situation over here. We are going to call. Queen of spades. Interesting card we have. Now, when he bets this river, do you really want to bet this river with just a queen? But why is your bet size so small? Blind versus blind. We have the queen of spades. We have a 10 who blocks some straights as well. I think we're going to go for it here, boys. That's going to be good. I'm going to lose to that. That's okay. We don't have to win all that often to be profitable there. And we do block some good stuff. So I think it's fine. 3/4 of the way through almost. Very interesting hands today. I never even got to talk about that ace-king hand that guy had. Maybe I'll grab it after, just to quickly look at it again. I mean, obviously, it's just horrific. And I was kind of trolling anyway, but it's just worth talking about the flop and why it's so bad. I think. Defending ace-8. 3-betting queens, raising up the ace-king. Queen of hearts is okay, but the ace is obviously not ideal. Starting with a call with a backdoor clubs and top pair. Don't think that our opponent's going to want to bet many times on that. And I do think that he's going to check back some aces here, so I think betting is best. And we're going to bluff quite a lot here as well. He might have that ace-king as well, which he might check back, which we don't want him to do. He doesn't have a 5. Here with the queen of hearts, tough spot. One of our better cool down hands. called a 3-bet, so he obviously has like ace jack. Would he bet ace jack ace? Can we block? We block ace queen, which isn't good. Oh, we do. We'll block ace queen, which is means you can't have that as often, but we do block a flush as well. Of our hands, I actually like this. I don't know why I'm getting raised here. Oh, okay. Well, let's think about this a little bit more. 2 pair, not really. I'm gonna call here. Ace queen, which we blocked. Okay. I can't. Oh god. All right. Let's think about this. Fucking hell. Can't see how I can ever fold. Does he have aces? Would he raise aces? Doesn't have a 5. He 3-bet me. Have a 5. He doesn't have 8s, 6s, 7s. Ace. King? No. You have 5? You have ace 5? But you check the turn? Would you check the turn? How do I lose here? Aces? Ace king? What are you fucking doing, man? I just did not have any value there. You really think that I'm going to be able to call you with less than... You have ace queen there and I'm going to... I don't know. I do not... I want to understand why I can't beat the stake. Ace took so long as well. Like, if people generally don't take that long if they have like a simple slam dunk value raise. He's thinking... I mean, I don't really have any 5s either, right? But I have more than he does. Guess he has ace 5. It's pretty much it, though. But he didn't bet the turn. I don't know. Very strange. Very strange. Anyway. Losing my mind today. This is horrific. No queen. No 5. Happy days. And again, like, just perplexing play all around from everybody. The queen's hand was very interesting that I called river with. Now, I was agonizing because it looks so value-y, his bet. But blocking ace queen, blocking a flush. He called a raise, so he doesn't really have like jack 8. Obviously, he can have like a good ace. Would he bet them? Not always. Fuck, I just folded. So I just think that if we're going to call, this is one of our best. This is like having the queen of hearts is really nice. Having the queen of spades, on the other hand, not the biggest fan. King, queen of spades. I think I can fold here against ace king, which I don't block at all. Very interesting hand. I don't love or hate my call. That's as bad. I don't love or hate it. I don't think I'm going to be printing money. Obviously, that's why. No. I don't think I'm going to be printing money, but who knows? Anyway, overbetting this turn. I'm going to overbet here with some club stuff, my sets, straights that we don't have. We don't have 6-8 or 10-8. It's quite funny when I overbet because people, I do it a lot as a bluff on the turn. Like I just said, I'm going to do it with this and this. I have straights, but I do have some club stuff with a like make up shot as well, maybe something like that. But people always like, and usually I'd be like, oh, I'm overbetting, and people are folding, like because they tank and then they fold. It's almost like they're thinking, what the fuck is this guy overbetting? I just can't be asked to deal with that. And that is not great when I have top set, right? But it's really good when I'm bluffing. So as long as I'm balanced there, I don't think it's too much of a problem. Put loads of pressure on rivers as well when you overbet turn. Are you going to be bluffing here? We have the jack of diamonds. You can have some 6s. How do we like this hand as a call? Five, so you don't really have a 10 anymore. You have a 6, like, obviously you have a 6, or nothing really. Ah, fuck. Really want to call here. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Biggest nit in human history. Going for the fold. We found the fold with ace high. Some incredibly interesting hands today. I'd love to talk about a few of them, but I don't want to make the video too long. We're going to give this guy the squizness. Folding here. Folding here. Oh boy. See you at the river. Oh my god. Do you know what? I know this is only 120 hands, but fuck me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, please give me a hand against this guy. This is the one day. I mean, hopefully I'll move up soon. I don't have to see him anymore. But this guy slow rolled me so hard. And I just really want to slow roll him. So desperately want to slow roll him. And he's a huge nit as well. So frustrating. This guy calls, which is bad. What by him? Going for another 3-bet. 10-9 suited. We're going to call with backdoors, very deep. You see a check, we're going to bet. We see a bet, we're going to fold. Because we're going to float with like ace king high, so we want to bet that, and then we can balance that out by having some gutter hands that we've floated with on the flop, like specifically the hand that we had. I'm going to go ahead and call that an above average flop. Are you leading? The trumpeter. Don't do it to yourself, man. Okay, he's just one of those people that tanks hard. Okay. We're going to start small. Damn. He slow rolled me. I thought he was going to go for the lead. Defending the jack six. Check folding. Opening up the ace king. I'm not going to get 3 streets from this hand. Not really concerned about many river turn cards. Going for the check. And then going for the call. Bluffing this turn. Calling this river. Bang. Give me that. This is just so good, including those in your check back range on the flop. So tempting to value bet them, and we're going to be value betting like so much. Such a good board for our range. But I don't like to range bet too often anymore. I used to do it a lot. I just think I lost a lot of money doing it. So now here's that spot that guy. It's exactly the same. I think exactly the same board that guy had against me, where he had ace 3 and went 3 streets. We are not going to make the same mistake. Oh, go on. Oh fuck. Thought it was going to be the one. This guy's going to the same situation as the king 9 hand I just had. Just going to call a turn, call a river. Not my favorite river, but oh boy. Well, I don't call it the hand of death for nothing. Going to 4-town. Fuck. Sigh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win very often there. But a lesson in not betting that flop. Because people can just have better aces very easily. And our hand doesn't do very well against that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Damn it. Can we stop getting faults when we flop a flush? Defending against this absolutely terrible player under the gun. With a shit haircut. Go ahead, shit haircut. About 100 hands to go. Oh, God. Kabza. This guy has bluffed me big time before. His raise sizing is just horrendous. He's not folding, by the way. I'll tell you that much for free. He doesn't give a fuck. Oh, fuck. Damn it. It's a good job I told you for free. It's not worth the information there. I've seen him do some horrific stuff, that guy. Anyway, let's have a look at this situation here. We are in the cutoff. We are facing 3-bet. And we're going to fold. This we're going to call. Getting a little discount that he gave us. We like discounts, so we're going to call. Another discount. I would just prefer a bigger size from him on this flop. Do you think we are going to fold, though? Get led into with the ace-king. Very good turn. Very confusing situation. Would you really lead a pair? Oh, baby. I think he's just going to fold here all the time. If he does have a... I mean, he's bad, so if he does have a pair, he's not going to fold it. So we're just going to go for bigger. Oh, fuck. See, his play before that was so shit. Why did he not bet the river? Okay. Whatever. Checking back the jacks. And again. And calling the river. And value betting ourselves. Easy game. Idiot. I didn't really do anything wrong. Nice hand, Pater, fucking moron. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and ping him. Very mad. Very mad. Not sure what about. I just checked behind 2 streets and he checked 3 times and then check folded river. I have no idea what he's so upset about. But it's funny, so we like it. I'm going for the call with the 7s. Hating life on the turn. Going with some folds. Even against that sizing, we're doing horrendously badly. Interesting turn card here. I don't like raising because you can have a jack. Easily. I don't like calling this river either. Don't believe he will bet this river without a jack. Checking behind. Winning handily. I am just going to grab that ace-king versus king's hand when we're finished, just to go over the flop. I mean, obviously everyone knows it's bad, but specifically why it's so bad. Easy fold. Against 2 players, we are going to check this back. Oh my. Calling. Ugh. Don't know what this guy's doing. No thanks. Oh damn it, he's only got 37. What a shame. Everyone just folds when I have the nuts. I'm just getting these 6 spots. What is going on here? Oh, he's gonna give up this one. 80 hands to go. Bye-bye. Open up the A7. Check. Or other people like to bet 3 streets here. Gonna value bet this turn. And value bet a non-diamond. And see, this is why we don't bet marginal hands. Do we have to call? We do. Oh my. Don't check. Don't be that guy. Do you have a flush? If you have a flush, I'm going to rage. No. Wow, he checked behind an ace. Why did he check? Why did he raise the turn? My mind is blown. Overbetting the turn. Going to do this like 10-9 of spades, King 10 of spades, Ace King of spades, and Jacks and Queens. Very well balanced in this spot. And again, someone tanking to an overbet because they're like, why is this guy overbetting? Don't understand the overbet. I have a queen. What the fuck am I supposed to do? And that's why we love the overbet. Because what the fuck are you supposed to do? Good poker players, and I'm not saying I am one, well, generally people put people in tough spots more often than not. And just because I had a set there and he folded, and like I had a set of jacks in the other hand and he folded, doesn't make it a bad play. As long as it's balanced. If I'm only overbetting there with a set, it's horrific. But because I'm winning so many hands by just bluffing there with an overbet, it's fine. Very simple call spot here with the king. Didn't mind the flop. Don't like this turn too much. Gonna give up. Give it up. Could win. Could feasibly win. We do win. Love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Oh, our very mad friend in the big blind playing 48-0. Hopefully it folds to him and he calls. And we can just like slow roll him or something. That seems the only line I want to take here against Amrod. Oh God. Don't do that to me. Opening it up. Fold and fold. So we can sort of begin to summarize the session. I think this has been probably one of the most interesting sessions I've played live. Lots of spewing going on. Some from me, mostly from others giving me money, which I appreciate because yesterday I ran 3 binds below EV in 1,000 hands. So today we were looking for people to give us some money in some spots where we don't have to rely on the cards. And we did find a few of them, and we played them very normally and won. But there was a couple of very dicey situations, which I'd love to go over again. Probably do that with my friend Bean in the next couple of days, because I think a few of them are worth talking about. And I don't really know, like, if I made correct decisions or not, or like profitable decisions, not necessarily correct decisions, because you can go either way a lot of times in poker and it'd be fine. We are going to grab that hand quickly at the end, though. We're going to just fold here. And this guy, we just want to make sure that... Oh, fuck. It's not going to let me yet. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. And we have a very clear against a green. Check, fold. Check, fold. Go ahead. Check, fold. And sometimes win, obviously, when it gets to showdown, which is why we don't need to bet. Interesting flop. Checking behind. Checking behind this turn. Calling the river. Value betting the river. See, this is why we don't bet marginal hands, guys. Because people triple check ace jack. Oh, go on. Oh, go on. Oh, one time. One time let me make a backdoor flush. One time. I'm going for it. Obviously, we won't like play outside of our normal strategy, but we are going. If it's a spade, this is the slow roll guy, by the way. If no one knows. Oh no, no, no! Why are you check raising that board from the big blind against the under the gun razor? That's just bad. But you are a huge nit, so you can have it. But damn it, why are you raising there? You really shouldn't have a raising range there. You're not going to be very balanced. Okay, checking with the ace king, because we have ace king and we didn't flop a pair this time. Checking the 3 high, showing our deuce down, hopefully. Oh, sick. Oh, we have 1k hands. Okay, we're gonna sit out. So yeah, I think a very interesting session. Huh. It's quite big. I think we can overfold against that. If it made it 9, I might have considered it. I think, and by consider I mean 4-bet. Calling once, bottom left. Could bet here, could check. I think I prefer a check. I should pitch this. I'm gonna have some better hands than that, and then fold here too. Okay, we are done. Let's see what we're dealing with. Right. So did we do well today? We made 3 binds, which is lovely. Could have been more. Could have been more for sure. But nothing wrong with 3 binds. So let me find this hand quickly. Yeah, so we lost a very sick hand with. We lost a hand where we jammed turn with 7-6 of spades, and we lost the ace king hand, and this is the ace king hand. Oh no, we're not looking at that, are we? Oh yeah, we lost the ace king hand when we got rivered for a set, when we checked to him hoping he'd bluff. We're just gonna have to take a quick look at this. All right, okay, so here we go. Our opponent 3 bets, which we like. We obviously 4-bet against this seemingly even over 75 hands weaker player, laggy player. He calls, so we're no longer worried about him having aces. Don't think this kind of player is going to be capable of just calling there out of position with aces. He's just going to want to get it in, especially when he's got these kind of stats going on. You know, he's going to be pretty happy about that. We go for half pot because he's going to have some, you know, obviously we block the king of spades, so maybe I prefer slightly lower. He's going to have a lot less flush draws that want to continue, but he's going to have queens. He's going to have tens. He's going to have ace jack suited. Maybe even king jack suited sometimes. Obviously we block that. Queen jack suited maybe sometimes because we're very deep. So I think the bigger bet is fine. And then this is so much. Okay, he's made it 100 more. Now, obviously he's hoping that I fold, right? So what is my range? Ace king, which he blocks, is probably the only hand apart from ace 5 suited. I mean, even ace 5 suited, I'm probably not going to continue. That doesn't have a diamonds or spades. So pretty much ace 5 with diamonds, I'm going to fold. And ace king, I'm going to fold. But this play is just so unnecessary. Obviously, we call very quickly, and we don't love it when we see it because, right, he's going to have. He doesn't have very many high spade draws, right? Obviously, we can't fold because we'll just be getting absolutely blasted when we're folding here. But aces and jacks and eights going to have that a lot. I mean, eights not very often, but jacks certainly going to have that a lot. But queens is probably the most likely holding, I would say. He may decide to 5-bet jam that pre, but I think a lot of people see undercards and they go, yeah, undercards, let's go. So, I mean, this play, I don't mind it with the ace of spades, but no backdoor at all. Ace king of diamonds even. You could choose if you really have to do this, but you don't really have to do this. And obviously my range is very strong. I have, he obviously thinking he's not thinking, but he does block aces and kings, which is one thing. But I'm going to 4-bet jacks. I'm going to 4-bet queens. I'm going to 4-bet kings. I'm going to 4-bet aces. I'm going to 4-bet ace king suited, which isn't going to fold, and he's putting himself in a free roll dead against ace king suited. Ace jack sometimes I might even have, I guess. Sometimes it's a bluff. Which I might check back anyway on the flop. But the bottom line is, when he gets called, you want to choose hands when you're bluffing that have good equity when called. Now, obviously, when I have queens, he's going to have okay equity, but not great equity. But I'm going to have kings and aces just a whole bunch, and ace king spades, and ace king diamonds, which he's obviously blocking. So when he also blocks ace king diamonds, then, because I'm going to give up here with ace king of hearts. So when he jams, I'm just going to be crushing him so hard. I really don't think he's going to be winning money there. I don't hate it as much as I thought I did, and it is very bad, but I hate it more that no thought has gone into it, obviously. He's just not thinking about his... Obviously, just insta jam. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, I think that was quite interesting, quite successful even. But yeah, thanks for watching again. I'll do another one. I might make that video about that guy that we have that dynamic with. That'd be pretty fun. Or maybe I'll collect some more data first and then do it. But yeah, thanks very much for watching.